Welcome to Flamenco Turnkey. Today we talk about the concept of disfrutar. What does disfrutar mean? It means to enjoy. When musicians are playing, they try in every way not only to have fun, as they also do, but to really enjoy it. To enjoy the present situation and to put others, be they fellow musicians or some dancers, or the audience itself, in the situation of enjoyment. The basic concept is that if I am okay with you, you are probably okay with me. And if I make you feel clearly that I'm okay with you, you'll most likely make me feel as clearly that you are okay with me. And this is a very good starting point. But there is another point in flamenco which is deeper. If I make you feel good about yourself, you will be fine with yourself and you will have more fun and you will enjoy more, and therefore you will try to repay me with the same coin. So I help you get better, enjoy more, and you help me to do the same. That creates a wonderful phenomenon, a kind of virtuous circle. In this perspective, there is no room for exhibition of one's own abilities at the expense of others. To show off is not included in flamenco. There is no room for lack of listening and egocentrism. There is only room to enjoy the present situation and to be totally present in the present. We often have in mind that flamenco is a very difficult thing, both from the point of view of singing, from the point of view of the guitar, and certainly also from the point of view of the dance. And it's true that they are very complex and very difficult artistic forms. But their gift is not in their complexity and difficulty. Let's say that complexity or technical difficulty is a kind of weapon. It's a card to play. But the true essence of flamenco lies in this little word, that is disfrutar, to enjoy. When the artists are enjoying the situation, here you are, flamenco. But what do you need to do to enjoy the situation? Just to be present. I always give food examples. Who knows me knows it already. If I'm eating a good slice of cake and I'm not present because I get distracted, because I think about what I will have to do tomorrow, or because I think about something that happened to me yesterday, and I'm not in the present. In fact, I realize I have finished the cake and I still don't even know exactly what it tastes like. And so I didn't really enjoy it very much. Or maybe I didn't really enjoy it at all. Often we make this mistake in our life. Well, flamenco does not allow you to make this mistake. In flamenco you have to be completely there, present. Otherwise, the moment you are not present and you are thinking about something else, you completely disconnect from the music. If you are dancing, disaster! You start to go out of rhythm. If you are playing, you lose your tone and you no longer hear that the singer is perhaps changing the tonality of his singing. If you are a singer and you are not really there, you might completely forget what you are singing and what's going on. In any case, all people who are very deeply into flamenco know that heartless flamenco does not exist at all. Without heart, it is not flamenco. And this heart lies in being present with pleasure. So, pleasure is the key to everything. What does flamenco want from those who practice it? And from those who love it? That is, from those who listen to it and from those who live it as a spectator. Flamenco just wants you to be okay. And that doesn't just mean to talk about fun, carefree things. On the contrary, flamenco often talks about very hard themes. Very black, very sad, melancholy, despair. But everything is always done with a background of joy of life and a pride fund of who we are and why we are like that, which is really amazing. If I don't enjoy the present situation, whatever I'm doing, it won't be flamenco, even if I could play like Paco de Lucia. If I'm not enjoying what I play, what I'm doing, it's an empty, useless technical exercise. Especially the concept is the audience around me, the people around me. What do they get? What is the message? The message of flamenco is the joy of living. I've already said it, and I repeat myself because it is precisely that. The message is the joy of living, and the search, with all humanly possible means, to make others feel good by being, well, ourselves. I am better because I express something that is within me, and I do it right to the end, with presence and with pleasure. Even if it is in fact a painful emotion, I let it simply out of me. And this will help you to do the same with your emotions. Whether it's negative or positive, doesn't matter. The more you are comfortable with yourself, the more you will try to make others feel good. And you will make others feel good, even without looking for this result. Flamenco is really related to this concept. By the way, a small observation. When musicians of other musical genres go to make a performance, they don't say, I'm going to enjoy it. They just say, we hope everything goes well, we hope to have fun, we hope that the concert runs smoothly, we hope that the audience will like it. But the concept of putting as first element that of the pleasure and enjoyment is a typical thing of flamenco, expressed precisely by this term, disfrutar. Disfrutar is an action that requires presence, listening, being there, which means in the body. Because if we are not in the body, we are not here, being here and now. What do I mean by now? Here, in this moment, in the present situation. As a psychomotor scientist and a neuroscience scholar, I say if we are not in the body, we simply don't exist. We don't have a body, we are a body. So, the concept of disfrutar has a lot to do with the concept of being present in the body and listening to it as much as possible. Always. And in all possible ways. I am Sabina Todar. I deal with flamenco and dance and music of the Arab world since 1985. Through travel, study, listen, I have disturbed all the musicians and dancers, all the ordinary people that I met. I have traveled a lot far and wide in Andalusia, also covering great distances, looking for what flamenco is in its territory of origin. What I tell you is not what I read in a book, but what I have experienced and what I have heard in the stories of people who have experienced it firsthand and who live in it daily. I know that what I say to you is a bit different from what is normally said about flamenco. But my purpose is to make people think and not to tell them for the umpteenth time something that can be found, read and learned, written by somebody who really knows much more than I do about the subject. I claim to urge people to reflect, in fact, to use their intelligence, to think about things. I really like having this task, a little naughty, on this subject that is so important to my heart. I give you a small task at home, which is to seek for the pleasure in everyday life. Look for small moments where you can enjoy your body. Listening, sitting in a chair, or taking a walk is what it is. Whatever you are doing, I actively ask you to focus on the pleasure. Well, when I focus on the pleasure, I'm already one step away from flamenco, or maybe I'm already one step into flamenco.